You know, you want it to lead to change. You want people to know that this exists. Yeah. But listen, there's stuff that continues to get passed, and you were, probably obviously you're organizing things for some of the other new tort reform stuff that has passed in Florida, which started to, again, kind of lead to a place where people aren't able to get access to the courts, or their cases are getting cut out from underneath them.
Terrible. Like with insurance, I was talking to a different attorney, and I'm sure you know about this, where the way they redid the laws for insurance that kind of came under this tort stuff also that not everyone was paying attention to, maybe. Yeah. Let's say they owe you $1 million just to keep it.
The insurance company.
The insurance company. You've got a claim. It's a good claim. No funny business, and they owe you the $1 million for it. But what'll happen is now the insurance companies have gotten wise, and they'll offer you $950,000. And it doesn't sound like a big difference, but not everyone has that extra $50,000. We're talking big numbers. Usually they're smaller numbers, but they'll cut a percentage out, just enough. So if they do that across the board with like thousands or hundreds of thousands, how much money they're going to save, and no lawyer, they figured out, is going to take the case because there's no lawyer fees. Yeah, you can't go in and get those fees.
Yeah, they did it with property damage.
Right.
They did it with property damage, and it just makes it very difficult, for homeowners too. Homeowners who they have their house gets wrecked, and the insurance company doesn't want to pay them to fix the roof, which costs $200,000, so they offer them a little bit less money. They're stuck taking it. They're going to have to pay a bunch out of pocket. Traditionally, lawyer was able to get involved, get them the payment for the roof, the full payment, the $200,000, and the lawyer would get paid for their time for fighting for it. But instead, now the insurance company knows they can get around it, and
they've got lobbyists in Tallahassee, and they worked it, and so now they've got cover for that, which is terrible because I know people that have gotten hit twice in St. Pete.
Yeah. No, I know, and they're stuck.
They're stuck, man.
They're stuck. You're just hoping that
insurance companies are going.
Yeah, never hope that insurance companies. I have a case right now. I got a young lady who's hit by a tractor trailer truck, rear end accident, and she has hundreds of thousands in medical bills, surgery. She's young, no problems in the past, and they don't want to pay. They offer this very, very low number, and I'm just so shocked at it. And there's just certain companies right now that are being very bold. Yeah. And so it's lawyers like us. We got to take these companies to task and hold them accountable. Yeah. I'm someone that prefers getting things resolved. You know what I mean? Like, I would prefer if everything would just be fair, and if not, then I got to, put my suit on and I got to go into court,
What's interesting, this is great. And I love this, just back and forth. What you're saying about guys like you, lawyers like you, have to suit up and go in and fight for these people. And I always I'm an advocate too. In a lot of ways, I'm an advocate for you guys, because I know before I was in this business, people are like, oh, lawyers, that lawyers are bad. And, no, lawyers are good. Yeah, there's 1-2, whatever. There's always going to be
some bad people, bad apples in the bunch.
But for lawyers, we would have clean air. Yeah. We would have exploding Pintos. Cars for
you wouldn't have checklists people at hospitals to make sure they don't leave instruments inside you.
Correct. All these things that protect us, healthy food, just so many things that when if you leave it to corporate America, it's about the bottom line. It's about the dollar. We would not be in good shape. There'd be a lot of bad things going on. And it's guys like you that go in and fight the good fight that have made the rules and laws that protect us as Americans. Yeah. Really is.
Yeah, we act as the checks and balances, Yeah. And I'm all about capitalism, all about companies, I'm all about business. I'm pro-business, very pro-business. I run a business, you know what I mean? Yeah. But if a business oversteps, or if a business is causing harm to people, or if someone makes a mistake, they should be responsible and pay their share. That's what, I guess, running a business, it's part of it,
Absolutely.
So tell me more about the podcast. I mean, you've been inviting a lot of different people on there, and who are what type of lawyers do you work with? I mean, with the Broward Bar, you work with everybody, right? Across the board. You are probably the most tuned in with more lawyers and judges than anyone I know.
Yeah. I mean, we work with every type of lawyer you could think of. Obviously, we work with a lot of trial lawyers, litigators like yourself, but family lawyers.